It just seemed weird to me. But this would be MVP's first championship victory, so he'd do it in a big way by picking up a win over Benoit here. It's weird because Chris Benoit's been, like, we've done Benoit matches on this program before in the past, and, like, it wasn't so, like, I don't know, it just didn't seem so, like, strange. I guess it's just because, once again, we know that this was, like, the final one, and, like, especially like, at that time, just not anyone knowing it then. It's just, I don't know, it's just really weird seeing.
Yeah, it is. It's, anytime you watch a Chris Benoit match, regardless of how good it is, it's sad to say as soon as you see him walk down that aisle, the first thing you think of is what happened.
No, it is like that for many, and I try, at least when I try to do the past shows, I try to just, think of the match and whatnot, but yeah, I know what you mean. There's always, like, that thought.
Mm-hmm.
But this one in particular was, like, far more,
yeah, because we're really close to it happening.
Yeah, it's far more stranger to see than, like, other ones. Like, you watch, like, a match in 2002 and 2003, it doesn't, like, faze you as much, I don't think. Like, you still think about it, but, like, just not in the same way as you, like, would here with it being so close. So then finally, we would have the main event of the evening. It'd be the WWE Championship match. It'd be John Cena defending the title against the Great Khali, despite the Great Khali having the title.
Yeah, because he stole it from Cena. Can I say something?
Yeah.
And I say people suck sometimes on this show. And I try to not go too in-depth, obviously, because I don't want to, like, offend anyone if it happens. But I need to say this. The Great Khali should have never been in professional wrestling.
He was...
yeah, that's the response. And he was... Every single time a Great Khali match comes, you are like, oh, here we go. Like, and you are never excited for it. Never in the history of mankind has anyone outside of India been excited for a Great Khali match.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Like, because this match, what? They didn't even go 10 minutes, did they?
8 minutes, 15.
But here was the dumb
short
thing.
main event.
Even though Khali wasn't great, if you build him up as this monster, that's fine. But here's the thing. You build him up as this monster that nobody can beat. And how do you have Cena beat him?
You made him submit with the STFU.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was awful.
The match they would have the next month at One Night Stand, that one would be a lot better than this. Not saying it was like, a clinic or it was a great or anything. It was a last man standing match, but it was far better than this.
So you could go around the arena and do stuff, obviously, but this just wasn't a regular wrestling match here. It just wasn't good. They tried to do it where Cena couldn't take down Khali. He kept running into him and stuff and things like that. He'd just get clotheslined and knocked over.
Yeah, and that's how they probably should do it.
Yeah, obviously that's how they should do it. Then he knocked him over. He finally put him. I thought he was going to just win with an AA, show a feat of strength.
Yeah.
But the fact they had Khali, who's supposed to be this monster, tap out is ridiculous.
Yeah, no. So that was a bad idea. And then they do the rematch, and then Cena would beat him again. So it's like, as you said, they were trying to like push him, but then Cena would get the victories here. The last man standing's whatever, because it's like you're supposed to just beat your opponent until they can't reach a count of 10. So that works for that. But yeah, just straight up like beating him off of a submission. I mean, like, I was like, wow. Oh, it's kind of strange how they did that here, where how he made him submit with the STFU. When I remember they did like an angle or the storyline with Big Show a couple years later, and they did it where Cena couldn't beat Big Show with it, which is kind of weird because Khali's taller. But
yeah,
I just thought about that right now.
Yeah, again, this was not good. I don't even know, what did I give this?
We both went with a star.
Yeah, this match was not good. It just wasn't. I would honestly say all of the world title matches on this show underperformed and were not good matches.
I know. The world title matches were the weaker part of the show, and then everything else in between was really the highlights.
Yeah, it was a very interesting show. It wasn't a terrible show.
No, it was an okay show.
Here's how I look at former pay-per-views. There are pay-per-views that were terrible that I'll never watch again. There are pay-per-views like this where I'll go back and watch it for the rewind, but I'm never just going to watch this pay-per-view when I want to watch wrestling.
Oh, yeah, because when I was putting together this lineup, I was just looking at shows that we could cover. I was just thinking, oh, it's like, it's May 17th on this day, but it's like May 20th, like later in the week. So I'm like, it's pretty close. So like, we'll just put that in there. So I was just like trying to go within the time periods and, that kind of deal. So
yeah. But even then, like, I'm just saying, no, that's fine. But I'm saying that I will probably never watch this pay-per-view again. And if I do, it'll be one or two more times in my life. Whereas, with an example, like, I'm going to watch, I don't know, WrestleMania 30 another probably 20 times in my life.
Yeah. Oh, I'll never voluntarily just say one day I'm going to watch the show and just throw it on.
Yeah. I think I for the show in general, for the overall show, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
And I went with the 6 out of 10 as well. Yeah, we're basically just right in agreement on this show, which, hey.
It's an average pay-per-view. But
most of the time we are anyways, but, there's a couple times where we'll like things more than others.
It's not like it needs to be this. It's not like it needs to be this great pay-per-view. Now, if this was like a main four, I'd completely trash it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but again, it's Judgment Day. It can be an okay show, which is what it was, and it was nothing special. Again, it was just a regular pay-per-view. Like, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was the most okay pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah, so I'm in agreement on a lot of that. I always think that it's just the big four that need to be emphasized, where they got to give it their all. Regardless, you should try to put on a good show regardless, because that's what everyone wants. But when it comes to the big four, like Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, those in particular are where it matters most for me. So if those deliver for the most part, I think that really helps. It really helps in terms of like there's some years where it's like I think they could really be defined by like those. If you look back at it, like in hindsight, where if like all four of those delivered, then you can view it as like, oh well, that had been a good year a lot of the time. Yep. But then like you have like this, and it's like in the end the pay-per-views in between where it's like it's okay, but no, this wasn't bad. This is far from horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, there's been horrible shows done on this show, and there will be more horrible shows to come on this show.
It's pro wrestling. You'll always have some horrible shows.
But I said it from the beginning. We are going to give you the good, bad, and the indifferent. Everything else in between.
Yep.
And this was just one of those, I guess, in between average, okay pay-per-views.
Yes, it was.
And this was not the best show we've ever done, but it was not the worst show we ever done. And there will be shows that we will do down the road that will not be even as good as this one was. So,
yep.
That's just how it is. So,
that was our Judgment Day review, 2007.
Yeah, it was our Judgment Day rewind. Hope you guys like this one. As I said, be sure to follow us on social media, JNC Radio, on Twitter and Instagram, JNC_radio. And then to like our official Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Want to do stuff off that Twitch channel at some point. And we're on all major platforms as the ones I named earlier. So coming up next week for Rewind number 26, we're going to be doing Judgment Day 2008. So on paper, the card looks better than the one for this one. Is the show actually better? I don't know, but I guess we'll have to be the judges. We'll have to see, and we'll be the judges of that. But remember that show will come on Monday when you guys get it, and then you will get on Sunday the Double or Nothing review and recap.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see AEW's first pay-per-view in the empty. I don't know. Well, I was going to say empty arena, but I guess they do put the wrestlers in the crowd, so it's not really empty. But it's a bit more livelier. But it's but it's going to be the first one without. It's going to be the first one without fans.
Yeah.
But they do right now. They got a solid show lineup. I don't know if it's going to be like a great show, but I'm definitely thinking that despite all that, it could be a good show for sure. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that pans out well. And
in terms of dealing with the no fans, I think AEW's done the best job of any promotion.
I agree 1,000%. In terms of the ones running shows.
Yeah.
Because New Japan decided not to run any more shows, and I understand that.
But of Impact, AEW, WWE, they're doing the best job.
Yeah. It's funny, Impact's actually done good, too. Somehow their shows, since they've done this, have been better than how it was before. For me. At least for me. That's how I view it. But not that the shows they were doing before weren't good, because the pay-per-views usually deliver. And the shows, the Impact shows could be good, but it seems like they're like on and off in terms of like how their TV shows go. Like they have like their weeks where they're like pretty good, and then they have other weeks where it's like you didn't miss a thing. So
yeah.
But so far that the empty arena setting, it's been good. And then the WWE ones, I mean, I'm just getting used to it. I mean, I get it's not great and it's not the same. I totally understand that, but I'm getting used to it and I've accepted it. And I commend the companies for still trying to put on shows and entertain us through this time.
Yeah, so that was our review. Check out our next couple shows. Follow us on our social media accounts. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, so I hope you guys like this review. And if you want, be sure to check out this show. I mean, since we already reviewed it here, I guess, you know, it'd be kind of make sense to go check it out and just to see what you thought of it, you know? To see how you felt about it, of course. So, and if you somehow do remember the show, you know, this might make an interesting listen, you know, just hearing other people talk about it in 2020. So, yeah, I hope you guys like this one, and that's all the time we got for you this week. And be sure to tune in next week, and peace out.